Hey, this is Tony Fennell for Rock My World, and with me today, I've got one of the greatest rock and roll singers out there right now, and that's for certain, Tim Ripper Owens. How you doing, Tim?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Not too bad, matey. Right, let's get, I know you haven't got much time because you've got 1,000 interviews lined up for today, but let's get into the nitty-gritty about your new band, the Three Tremors. How on earth did three kick-ass singers come up with the concept of making an album, sharing the stage, sharing vocal duties? Look, I know you've done these shows before with other singers, but never an album, right?
Yeah, I think that's the difference, really. I think, I did it over in South America with Blaze Bayley and Udo Dirkschneider and Mike Pescara, and I did it in America with Jeff Tate and Blaze Bayley, but no one ever did a record, And I think when Sean Peck called and said, "Hey, let's," because we were friends, he goes, let's do a three singers thing and let's do a record. It wasn't like let's tour on our back catalog or your back catalog or whatever. Let's go do a record, and that's what got me. And I'll tell you what else got me was it was going to be like classic power metal, high note, just craziness going on. It's I do all kinds of style of singing and all kinds of records. But I don't do this one. Funny thing, I don't do this one as much, and I was pretty excited to do it. So when he called, that was the main idea: was that let's make an album.
Love it. So let me ask you then: the three of you come together. Where on earth did that name come from? The Three Tremors.
Well, it was, obviously, I think everybody, and especially the hard rock world, knows that originally Halford and Dickinson and Jeff Tate.
Yeah.
Talked about releasing the Three Tremors. They talked about doing a record, doing a project called the Three Tremors. It had never seen the light of day. And I think Sean was like, hey, well, it was talked about, never used. No one owns the name. There's not a threetremors.com, or no one even owned it. So he went and got the rights to it and got it all and said, let's do it. I got to be honest. If they would even call me now and say, yeah, we want to do it, we want to go back and do it again, I'd be like, yeah, sure, I don't care, have the name back. But I think it was just, I think Sean's totally, he loves, like we all do, that genre, the 80s and stuff, and I think he's like, it was a legend, man. It was an urban legend that never happened. Let's do it. I mean, listen, we're more of, obviously, we're not the giant characters that they were and are, but we decided to do it ourselves.
Well, dude, I you say that. I mean, I've heard you sing Dio, and it's frightening. Well done, my man. Anyway,
thank you.
Well, can you walk us through the new album's recording process? I'm guessing, this is a guess, by the way, you all recorded at different times, and the question is, did you all record the songs front to back and then choose the best takes and then go, that's Ripper's verse, and then, or did you already have them in place? Like, that's your song. How did it actually come together, the album?
We did. I recorded the whole thing. Sean, and this is another reason why I loved getting into this, because I had just written right part of the Spirits of Fire CD that I have come out with Chris Caffrey and produced by Roy Z. And before that, I was Project Rock, now it's called A New Revenge, with Kerry Kelly and James Kotek and Louis Sarzo. So I kind of was, within the past 2-3 years, I was doing a lot of writing. So when this came along and he said, listen, I got these songs, let's do it. I love that. And then all I had to concentrate on was singing. All I had to concentrate on was doing whatever kind of voice and just worry about singing. And I sang from top to bottom. We all did. He sent me his vocals. But what made it great for me, and you would get this, is I heard him singing. So I changed my voice more than I usually would. Nice. Because I would have sounded too much or too similar to his style. Right. So I did more of a falsetto, more of a AC/DC metal church, raspier, high notey kind of thing. I did a lot more layering. So we could release this record with me singing the whole thing and with Harry singing the whole thing. We could actually release our own records.
That's
and
brilliant.
Then they went, listen, I actually thought at first I was just going to be singing parts, so I thought this was going to be a piece of cake. I'm thinking, I'm singing this line and this line, and he's like, no, sing it all. And I'm like, oh,
wow.
Okay.
Let me ask you, so with regards to that, how about harmonies? Did you all do exact same harmonies and then you just did the huge blend? I mean, it's interesting to me because, again, you've got three kick-ass singers, so there can't be any, you know, the old saying, LSD, lead singer's disease. You've got to throw that to the B-side. How on earth did you work out the harmonies?
Well, he had some harmonies there, but I like to just do my own.
Yeah.
And like I said, I did a lot more layering, even on the verses. I would do a lower one. I would do a higher one. I would just kind of do things all over the place. Some sections, verses, or choruses, we tried to do the same harmonies. But, you know, really the hard part ended up being when they wanted to go mix it in the studio. They had to figure out who's singing what.
Oh, my gosh.
That's why I think me singing different made them go, yeah, listen, Ripper on that part right there, he sounds totally different. Let's have Ripper do it, that part. So
that's also the mark of a fantastic singer, by the way. And again, I'm not blowing smoke here, but to be able to change on the fly. You know, a lot of singers, and the reason a lot of bands sell a lot of records is because they go, that's obviously Steve Perry, that's obviously Rob Halford. Excuse the pun there, I'm bringing that in. Yeah. But that's you know, for you to be able to switch up and go, hey, you know what, this doesn't call for that, so let me switch it up. That's the mark of a singer for me.
It is, but you know what's cool about my singing, and I've always kind of tried to pride myself on it, is that I still sound like me. I mean, I can sing Pantera, I can sing AC/DC, I can sing, you know, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Dio. That's just the way my voice is. But it doesn't sound like I'm cloning these people, or it's just the style of my voice. It still sounds like, you know, the Project Rock or a new Revenge CD I had coming out. Yeah, it's straightforward rock. I mean, it is catchy rock, hard rock, catchy choruses. It just sounds like me in a different type of music. But that is the thing, and it's you know, I can change up on these CDs, but not change who I am. It's still like, yeah, that's still actually, I've read reviews. I read a horrible review about Three Tremors, and I haven't read a ton of them. And this guy's like, man, Ripper's terrible. He sounds just like typical Ripper. I'm thinking, I'm actually singing totally different. So this dude thinks I still sound exactly like me, which obviously he doesn't like me at all.
He's listening to a different album. I mean, and remember, he probably doesn't have a life, but that's another story for another day, I guess. You know, when I first came to the States, and I've lived in America now 30 years, and I can just remember going to bars and hearing these guys getting up and singing. In England, there's some great singers, obviously, you know, but as far as bands in bars in the 80s, when I first arrived in the States and I heard guys singing, I was like, what on earth are they drinking? Because it was like every single guy that got off his stool sounded kick ass. It was driving me, it was absolutely crazy.
You're right, man. That era and those singers and the stuff, I mean, you know, pretty amazing.
Well, with regards to singing live, actually, I'm asking you about the fact you had a band for the tour. I mean, as a bass player, guitar player, drummer, or is it sort of a revolving door?
For the band,
live.
Yeah, you know what's great is we're using Sean has a band Cage, and that's actually that's how I met Sean. Cage, it's a different lineup now, but back in '97 he opened up for Judas Priest from San Diego. So I thought I kind of met him, but we used their band. It's got the seasoned veteran David who did the mixing and production and songwriting with Sean, and then the rest of the guys also, and they're young and fantastic. It's great to see these young kids who are so into metal and so good at what they do. So it was a choice at first. Do we get people, an all-star band or other musicians? And I think Sean was mentioned using Cage, and I'm like, well, why not? They're from San Diego. You guys can rehearse. They're there to be in the studio. Yeah, they'll make us a better band, and so that's what we do.
That's great. And are they in for the long haul, or are they just for the North American tour?
No, we did a European tour in October because the record was supposed to come out, but it didn't. So they went there, they did that, and we did Cyprus and Greece and Israel and Germany and everywhere. So we did 17 shows there, and no, they're in for the long haul. As a matter of fact, I like them so much. They backed me up one time in San Diego. We did a set, and they backed me up as a solo show. I like them so much, I'm thinking, hey, I need to tour America, and I'll just use you guys solo.
Well, that's brilliant. And with regards to the live set, Obviously, you're going to be concentrating on the new album, the new Three Tremors album. But do the fans get to hear material from any of your prior projects?
Yeah, we're going to throw a couple in there, and like I said, we're going to play all 12 cuts from the Three Tremors, and I know there's 2 instrumentals on there, and I hope they're going to throw those in there now to give us a break. But we'll do. Of course, they're only like a minute long, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, we're going to do a couple. We're going to do like "Burning Hell" from the Jugulator CD from Judas Priest, and we're going to do "Scream Machine" probably from my Beyond Fear CD. We'll do a couple Cage songs and a couple Jack Panzer songs, and we'll probably throw in like a classic Priest song, maybe like "Painkiller" or
brilliant.
The Sentinel or something we did in Europe. So it's we go play. The main focus of the set is we're playing every song from the CD, as we did in Europe when nobody even heard it. We played every song from the CD. So
well, that's going to be a long set too, isn't it?
It is, unless I start cutting songs out.
As we do.
Hey, us singers here, we get to say, listen, now let's cut that one out.
Yeah, exactly. About those pipes, they're not there tonight.
Yeah. So
with regards to this year, obviously it's all about the Three Tremors at the moment. But are you working on anything else at the moment? Have fans got anything else to look forward to this year from you?
Well, I'm constantly working, and people are always mad at me because they always tell me the story of, man, you need to get in one band and stick with it. I'm like, yeah. I just said it the other day. I said I would have to work a 9-to-5 job, 60 hours a week or whatever, if I had one band.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford to do it. But I just finished recording a record, kind of like a classic rock and roll, or early AC/DC influenced band out of Syracuse. And I didn't join them or anything. I just guessed and sang on their whole CD. I sang all the songs. And it's really basic, easy stuff for me to sing. But I loved it. It was totally different for me. And some of the money that they make when they tour and they do stuff goes to the veterans. So for me, it was a no-brainer to do it. And that's the real main reason why I wanted to do it, because I wanted to be involved with something like that. Like I said, I got 2 CDs coming out right now as well, Spirits of Fire.
Yeah.
And a newer, that comes out February 22nd as well. And at the end of March, A New Revenge comes out. So I'm constantly doing stuff, and I'll probably be hitting the road with the hologram tour soon. So I'm always doing something.
Well, mate, I just want to say absolutely thank you so much for taking time out with us today. Listen, be safe out there and kick some serious metal ass, my friend. Tim, you're a super.
I will. And listen, you got my information now, so you stay in touch.
You got it.
And reach out anytime you want to. Just give me a shout.
You got it, brother. Listen, do me a favor. Be safe out there, all right?
You got it. Thank you.
Take care, Tim. Next time.
Right, buddy. Thank you.
Bye, man.
Bye.